I never could understand how people would wake up every morning and feel amazing about themselves. Is it because they love looking at themselves in the mirror, or is it a magical gift? Whenever I hear the alarm in the morning, I would hide in my blanket, praying it's a dream. Eventually, I had to accept the beaming light shining through my window, telling me to wake up. The only issue is, how could I wake up to this awful feeling of emptiness? Every time I walked to the mirror, I never imagined I would be a handsome human. All I saw was a reflection of an ugly Liberian monster. It would make my day start with a burden. It was an awful feeling, but I allowed this issue to control me. It was okay in the day, but a whole disaster during the night. It only repeated for so many months, yet how did I never change this problem for so many years? Low self-esteem, a word you hear often but don't realize you have it. It's a power people grew up as a gift and others a lifelong journey to have healthy self-esteem. Frankly, we have to deal with all these issues coming in our life. It just makes each day worse the more we carry it. Like seriously, nobody likes this, not even one person, but we don't know how to fix it. So the question is, how do you fix your low self-esteem? Well, first, let's understand how it was developed. The problem started when you were a young child. Your parents never encouraged you to grow up independently or gave you the proper care you deserve. Instead, you grew up in an environment where you had to survive on a daily basis. Every day you had to defend yourself from your parents' abuse or heartless yells. It becomes much worse when you're expected to fulfill their expectations. Over time, all these issues made you believe there's nothing valuable about you, and this is where your low self-esteem was born. Basically, the more mean you are to kids, the more damaged they become as an adult. I guess we should just run them over entirely. I'm just kidding. Okay, now let's answer the question, how do you fix your low self-esteem? You can develop this in two ways: by getting values from others or by telling yourself how valuable you are. Like always, it sounds much easier said than done. Everybody has said this all the time. It's 100% recommended by the doctor. Let's tackle the first one. You can develop better self-esteem by going towards people who treat you for who you are. This is the saddest but most fastest way to develop self-esteem. However, you may try to push these people away since you're not used to being treated this way. Still, try to hold on to them since they will make you feel more valuable, and at some point, you will eventually realize a change in your self-esteem. Now, for the second one, you have to realize when you develop these negative thoughts and negative beliefs about yourself and why you place your value based on external expectation. For example, you will say you're smart for receiving 100 on the test, but when you go lower than this, you think you're dumb. It's simply not true because you are not the grade on the paper. You do not need a certificate to prove that you're smart. The grade on your paper could have been luck. Perhaps the teacher decided to go easy on the grading, or you paid $20,000 to the school. The same can be said about being rejected. It's not about you, it's whatever reason they have. Is it your fault? No. So try to build an identity of who you are and do not place your value based on external expectations. At the end of the day, you should not be hard on yourself. Remember, you had this issue for a long time. It's not going to be fixed in a couple of days. It's going to take time to fix it. And yes, you will have time where you will feel awful about yourself, but it's normal to have falls in your growth. Like every YouTuber advice, your growth is not going to be a straight line. So be gentle with yourself and take care of the damages.